Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shishma Sarala, consulting homeopath at Fidelis Homeopathy. Today we are going to discuss about a very important topic which is less discussed or less accepted, especially in women or in the household itself, is nothing but impact of female reproductive diseases and in relation with the mental health. So let's dive into the topic to know more about why this is important, why we are discussing it, and how it affects the females. As we can see here, if we talk about mental wellness, you have to observe that females have more susceptibility to the mental illnesses or mental conditions compared to men. They are more susceptible to diseases like depression, it can be anxiety, it can be panic attacks. Why are women more susceptible to these kind of mental illnesses and why not men? Even men do suffer from these kind of diseases, but compared to the ratio of females and males, females do suffer a little bit more. And why is this ratio more in females? We will know as we go deeper into the topic. Today we are going to discuss, if you have seen the previous videos in our channel, you will be knowing that we have discussed how stress causes certain disorders, whereby causing hormonal fluctuations and causing these female disorders or female reproductive organ disorders as such, how stress is related to female reproductive disorders. Today we are going to discuss how this female reproductive disorders or how the female body itself is designed in a manner where she is more prone or susceptible to certain mental illnesses. Today we will be discussing in particular with endometriosis, uterine fibroids, PCOS or PCOD, cervical cancer, menstrual disorders, infertility and PID, how these disorders are affecting women and how these are affecting the mental picture of the woman. So we will see here what is the connection between these susceptibility to certain conditions like depression, anxiety, or it can be panic attacks. If you see the male and the female reasoning, how they reason out or how they view things, we view people or the women view conditions based on their emotions. Like for example, you see a certain accident, the woman might feel sorry for the loss or sorry for the hurt that the person is suffering, and also sorry for their family members, or she might just say, oh, it's so painful to see that. Whereas men, they think more logically, where they see how we can help at that given moment, how can we help, how can we divert the traffic, how can we be useful, or what can we do so that the person who is suffering the pain can be taken out of it. So it's not like the women don't have logical reasoning, the women think out of emotion. For example, if you see a person who is selling something, she's weak, she's half naked, and then you see that she's not feeling well. Women, even though it depends upon their mood. For example, if the woman is feeling a little depressed, she might see the pain in her eyes. If the woman is anxious or if the woman is angry, she will see this woman, she's not covered properly. The logic of what you're thinking depends upon the emotions. For example, you've seen or you've heard some breakup story, the women will feel sympathetic for that breakup story, whereas men might think, what is the logic behind this breakup? So women think more out of their emotions. We give or we take or we view the world through our emotions, through our mood. It's certain things which can be quite natural, like for example, you might find a wet towel on your bed. Depending if you're feeling really anxious or if you're really feeling angry, you might just shout at your partner or shout at your siblings for just throwing that towel on the bed. For example, if you're feeling very happy, you might just pick it up and put it somewhere. So it depends upon how much of what sort of emotion you're feeling. And why is this fluctuation or why is this difference coming in between the men and the female? You have to understand that females have more complex hormones like estrogen, we have progesterone, we have LH, we have FSH, we have hormones like prolactin, we have oxytocin. Whereas compared to men, the major hormone is testosterone. So they don't have to maintain that harmony between all of these hormones, single hormone to maintain that proper line. So that is why men tend to be a little bit more logical, and females, because of this complexity in these hormones, they have this kind of emotional breakdown, or you can say emotional way of viewing things. Now coming into how or why our mood fluctuates based on our hormones. We have known or we have seen the connection in the further slide. We can see that estrogen, progesterone are two main hormones. Here if we see estrogen, you will find out that estrogen is mainly made for mood maintenance, or it helps in serotonin levels, it helps in dopamine levels, it helps in giving that happy or that vibing that you need. That happiness or that vibing is there when you have estrogen in surplus. Where here, if you can see the first day of menstruation to the 14th day where there is ovulation, you can see the surge of estrogen over here. Whenever there is surge of estrogen, you feel warm, you feel welcoming, you feel very active, you feel, you're not bloated, you have this happy neurotransmitters always in your blood. Okay, but whenever there is a drop in estrogen, that is drop in E2, or if there is any drop in progesterone also, if there is increase or decrease in the progesterone is mainly for anxiety, to maintain that proper level between going too anxious to not being or not able to take care of anything, that it maintains a fine line between not taking care of anything to taking care of something too much. Okay, so this progesterone, if there is any fluctuation in the progesterone also, you will be having these mood changes. So estrogen is mainly for your happiness or related to your happiness, and progesterone is mainly for your anxiety. If you're someone who's suffering from female reproductive organ diseases and also there is any fluctuation in your mood, if you're suffering from depression, if you're suffering from anxiety, panic attacks due to these female reproductive organ diseases, you can contact Fiticus Homeopathy, which is best, and we have good success rate here. Here we have two kinds of consultation options, online and offline. If you're someone who's staying nearby the nearest branch of Fiticus, you can come and visit us offline. And if you're someone who's staying far away from us, there are two options for you, which is audio consultation option and video consultation option. And after the doctor consultation has happened, we'll ask you for investigations. If you have already done all of the investigations, you can share it with us. And after the whole process is done, especially for online clients, the medicines will be delivered to your doorstep. If you're staying in India, 3 to 4 business days, USA 3 to 5 business days, apart anywhere in the globe, it can take 4 to 8 business days for our medicines to reach your doorstep. If you want to contact Fiticus Homeopathy, you can call us, WhatsApp us, or message us on this number. And if you want to know more about Fiticus Homeopathy, you can check our website www.fiticus.com. If you're someone who's suffering from female reproductive diseases along with mental illnesses, you can contact Fiticus Homeopathy. We have seen how homeopathy is much superior to allopathy or conventional form of treatment, and right now we are going to discuss about how Fiticus Homeopathy is top-notch compared to other homeopathic hospitals or clinics. Remember, Fiticus Homeopathy stands for highest chance of health. Here we have high success rate, that is, we are already treating cases which have this mental illnesses connected to their female reproductive organ diseases, and also we are having good success rate in them. And the transparent treatment method, which is there is no gray area between the patient and the doctor. Here we try to explain it to you in clear about your prognosis. And the personal care here at Fiticus Homeopathy is top notch. We will answer all of your questions. We will, break down to you how your condition is, how your prognosis is, what should you be doing, what should you be eating, how much sleep cycle you should be having, and all of this other stuff. So if you want to choose health, if you want to choose cure, choose Fiticus Homeopathy. Thank you.